Welcome to a brand new series where I show you how to make thumbnails like your favorite creators. Today's first pick is IgnacioBlade. This is Thumbnail Tuesdays. Let's get right into it. I'm going to be trying to recreate IgnacioBlade's thumbnail where he has Wally Bear watching IgnacioBlade bridge. Once you have your skins ready, we're going to open up Minecraft. Okay, so once we're in Minecraft, I'm going to go ahead into one of my worlds. And as you can see, this is a Bedwars map, but I'm just going to go up like higher. As you can see in this thumbnail, sorry for the pixelation, I had to screenshot it because I had to get it somehow. You can see in that he has a little bed defense over here, so it's like and then a stone platform. So I'm gonna try to recreate that real quick. Get blocks. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do /set block. If I set it stone. Okay, I got the stone, and we want to build off of that right now. It's like a pyramid shape, so I'm gonna try to copy that. Okay, so that's the basis. And then we want to add these two blocks where he's bridging. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to add the blocks. Now, we're going to create the NPCs for the custom models. Okay, so from what I see, Wally Bear looks to be here. So I'm going to right click my NPC mod. Hide that. And you want to select a player, Wally Bear. And then we can go ahead and start adding the pup or movement. So I want the rotation, 300? Yes, 300, that's correct. Now we want to add and make him crouched. Okay, he's sneaking. Job, we're gonna make it puppet. And we're going to rotate his body. Now we're gonna add the sword. So I'm gonna go in my inventory, get a diamond sword, I'm gonna enchant it with Unbreaking 3. I'm gonna do /enchant Snowfro on Unbreaking 3. So now we got that shiny glint effect. I'm gonna add it to Wally Bear, into inventory. Manually, oh, I already had it, oops. Manually drag that into here, and now we're gonna make the IgnacioBlade model. So IgnacioBlade has a custom skin. If you want to upload a custom skin, Windows R, %app data in the search bar, okay, .minecraft, and then you go to NPC Mod or custom NPCs, assets, custom NPCs, textures, and you'll see all these item textures, not item textures, but player textures. I'm gonna drag IgnacioBlade skin. Back in Minecraft, we're gonna create a new NPC. And we're gonna make it a texture, up, and then we'll see IgnacioBlade, and done. Now we're actually gonna just make it off. We do not want that either. Oops. Okay, normal, 270, and we want him to be running. So we're gonna go to puppet. In the screenshot, his head is directly down. His body and his arms are moving. So let me do that real quick. Right leg is about 220, and that's here. Actually, I can adjust that a bit. Okay, and then actually it looks a bit too much. 220, I'll leave it like that. And then this is gonna be 130. We're gonna move it all the way up and tilt it a little bit. As you can see, it's really like outward. So we're gonna add that outward effect by like this. Now you want to add the armor and the block in his hand. We're gonna go and we're gonna drag that in. So I think this is our perfect screenshot. So I'm gonna go ahead and click F2 to get our screenshot. Don't worry about that little thing on the top. We'll cut that out in the thumbnail. Now we're gonna head into Photoshop. So I've opened up Photoshop and I'm gonna create a new file with the dimensions of, we're gonna call it the IgnacioBlade thumbnail tutorial. Create that. Then we're gonna drag our reference image and our screenshot. Now that I've got both images in, I can go ahead and delete the white background. And I'm gonna drag my reference image and I'm gonna scale it up so I can actually see it like better. Over here. And we want to, first off, add vibrance to the image. So to do that, we're gonna click on this, we're gonna rasterize it, and we want to go over here, vibrance. We want to add a higher vibrance, like 60 or something, and saturation to like 30. So now we want to cut the characters out. So I'm gonna select the pen tool on my left, and I'm gonna start masking the characters out. Okay, so real quick before we mask out IgnacioBlade, I'm gonna select the background, and I want to cut it out. So we're gonna just take that out and take this out. Now the background's completely gone. We also want to take this monstrosity out of here. And we can continue masking out the players. Alright, so I've got the selection, make selection, and then Control-C, Control-V, as usual. Move it right over, because it got moved by the selection thing. And then bam, we got IgnacioBlade and Wally Bear all masked out perfectly. And we're going to start adding layer styles. Very bright, so I'm gonna copy his blue color over here. So we got a really blue Wally Bear. We're gonna add an outer glow. Let's see if he has an outer glow in his reference image. No, he actually has a very thick border. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. I'm gonna keep the reference image on just in case. So we're gonna go up outer glow and we're gonna make the spread 100, size like this, opacity 100%, get the Wally Bear outer, and then we're gonna select outer glow, make sure the distance on 0, and we can make the size bigger. And then we also reduce opacity. And now we got Wally Bear all glowed out. I can go ahead and copy the same layer style to IgnacioBlade. So I'm gonna remove this, put this over here, so you can see. And as you can see, just click copy layer style and paste the layer style. And now IgnacioBlade literally looks exactly the same. So in the reference image, it looks like IgnacioBlade is actually jumping. So that would be the correct thing. However, I think I messed up with the background a little bit. So to fix that, I'm gonna mask out this guy real quick. So I'm just gonna go try and recreate the wool real quick. So I'm gonna go make a selection. Whoa. Control C, Control V. Move it down. Control C, Control V. Move it down. Okay, so I've recreated that wool very well, and we're gonna go ahead and do the same for the bottom part. Okay, I'm actually surprised with how well I did that. Like, it looks like it isn't even touched. Okay, I literally was just so happy and I messed up everything. Let me fix this real quick, bruh. That's pretty noticeable. We actually want to fix that. Whoa. Okay, that's fixed. So now I'm gonna try to duplicate the Minecraft sky. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna select this little sky over here. I'm gonna copy the color. And we're gonna go ahead and add a new layer with a shape overlay and make it white. However, we do want to make a shape layer, cover the whole image, make sure it is in the back, double click, gradient overlay, 100% opacity. I want to go over here to the top and copy the color. You can actually just go ahead and make a lighter version for this one. Yes, now that is a really cool thumbnail effect. Okay, so now we want to recreate the Wally Bear name tag. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the shape overlay, rectangle tool, make sure the fill is black. And then we're going to just go over here and make a little shape right here. Make the opacity, I believe 7 or 65. Yeah, 65. Or you can make it a little bit darker if you want. I'm gonna make it 70. And then we're gonna go over and we're going to add a text. Make sure the font is Minecraftia. That's gonna be the font, Minecraftia. Where is it? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put Wally Bear. And then that is, I think that's a pretty good name tag, right? We're gonna go ahead and add our layer styles to the text. Go here, outer glow. Set to default, just a classic outer glow. And also to the rectangle overlay, I'm gonna go ahead and add an outer glow. So now we're gonna actually try to make an arrow. So I'm gonna try my best to recreate this arrow. So first I'm just actually gonna copy the arrow rasterize layer from this image, move it back a little bit, make it smaller, and we're going to try to recreate it with the drawing tool, I believe. So the brush tool, yes. We're gonna want to hide the other arrow layer, and that looks weird, but we're gonna use it anyways. Get the paint bucket tool just over here next to the gradient tool and fill that in. Oops, nope, we want to fill the layer in. And that's basically our arrow, and we're gonna add an outer glow. That looks so wonky, but it's kind of funny. I actually like it. So now we want to go and add a little shadow for the player. So I'm gonna go over here, under the ellipse. No, we want to ellipse. Go over here, under the player. Make sure the ellipse is black. And make the opacity, again, 70. Also, one quick thing, we want to add an outer glow. Make sure it spreads 100. opacity 100, make the size a bit smaller. And that is how you make an IgnacioBlade style thumbnail. Here's the final product for you to view. Thank you for tuning in on today's epic episode of Thumbnail Tuesdays. Make sure to leave your suggestions down below.